with the TMP podcast. And I was gonna do a live earlier. Now, let me put my phone right here. Fold my shit. I was gonna do a live earlier about who do y'all got? Like, who do you think will win in the verses? I don't have a fucking spoon, so like always. I just came from the gym like an hour and a half ago. But we got this damn what's it called? This damn what will happen in the verses? Like, who do you guys got? Like, who will win? Who do you think has? I mean, because they both have, a lot of accolades. They both have talent. They both have. They both can sing. You know what I mean? They both have hits. And I think the only difference is that R. Kelly, he has written a lot of hits for other artists, like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? I mean, Michael Jackson, just that alone, man, like writing for Michael Jackson and giving him a hit, that's crazy. That's already like insane. I think that's the only reason I will pick R. Kelly over Chris Brown, because I know R. Kelly, like I said, he wrote a lot of hits for a lot of artists, you know what I mean? There's a lot of hits that people don't know that R. Kelly wrote for other artists, you know what I mean? And when you find out, you're like, damn, like I didn't know R. Kelly fucking wrote for this artist. So, like I said, in a versus, maybe, like I said, Chris Brown will kind of like, take the lead, because Chris Brown, like I said, he's like, he has hits, man. Like Chris Brown, he's just hits after hits after hits. But like I said, the only reason I pick R. Kelly is because, like I said, R. Kelly has wrote hits for other artists. You know what I mean? They both can sing. They both have hits. They both have a lot of accolades, a lot of stuff they have accomplished. And yeah, the only thing that separates R. Kelly from Chris Brown, that leaves Chris Brown like a little bit behind, is that R. Kelly wrote a lot of hits for other artists. You know what I mean? That's the lead I give R. Kelly, because R. Kelly has hits. It's hits for old school. It's hits for for the 2000s. It's hits for like his hits are like timeless, in my opinion. R. Kelly's hits, they're timeless, man. You could put a R. Kelly song right now, a hit that he has, and I'm pretty sure that you're gonna jam out that shit. You're gonna fucking be jamming out that shit. Don't matter what happened with R. Kelly, man. Like I said, that we're not talking about whatever he did. We're just talking about his fucking talent. The talent that R. Kelly has is unbeatable. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, man? Make sure y'all like, subscribe if you ain't subscribed. But I got this R. Kelly versus Chris Brown thing going. And I just want to hear opinions. If you have an opinion about who you think it's better, who you think will win in the verses, go ahead and leave your comment. You know what I mean? If you don't want to comment, you don't have to comment. And if you want to comment some bullshit, go ahead and do it. Like whoever wrote, I just farted. It's all good. Everybody farts. But like I said, that's the only reason I will give R. Kelly the lead. R. Kelly will I think he will beat Pause Chris Brown in the verses. You know what I mean? But they both have hits, man. I searched the top 10 and it gave me like 20, like 20, 25 songs, man. And all the hits, bro, like I said, they're like right there with each other, you know. I mean, Chris Brown, bro, like he started real young too, you know, and Chris Brown, he's becoming the OG in this game, you know. He's becoming an OG. And like I said, Chris Brown has a lot of talent too, man. That motherfucker can dance, that motherfucker can sing, that motherfucker can sell arenas, he can rap, you know. Chris Brown can rap. A lot of rappers try to go against Chris Brown, but Chris Brown can rap, bro. Like he can freestyle. I've heard Chris Brown before, you know. Chris Brown can spit. And R. Kelly, like I said, R. Kelly, he can sing his fucking ass off, man. Pause. He can sing. Like I said, he can write. Not only write, bro, like, cause there's artists that can write, like rappers or you know, R&B singers that can write, but they can't make a hit. You know what I mean? And R. Kelly, he writes and he gives people hits, bro. Like, it's hits after hits after hits. But yeah, I like I said, I think I'll give R. Kelly the lead just because of that, because he writes for a lot of people. Like I said, and it's just not about writing, it's about you write a fucking hit. Not many artists could do that. Not many artists could fucking write a fucking song and make it a hit. Like I said, just writing for Michael Jackson and giving him a fucking hit, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's just like I say, I give R. Kelly the lead right there, you know. And R. Kelly, he's been doing it for so many years too, man. You know, and a lot of people forget about what he's done because, I mean, whatever happened with him or whatever's going on with him. So a lot of people forget, or that a lot of people, they just don't want to hear it. You know, but I mean, I guess that all that goes out the window, and let's just look at the talent that R. Kelly has. R. Kelly has talent, man. Like that motherfucker, he's a real freaking artist, bro. Like he's a real deal. Like when it comes to singing and making hits, and you know, like having accolades, you know, having a bad resume on his fucking books, man. Like R. Kelly, he has a good resume of music and hits. Like I said, Chris Brown too. Chris Brown, like I said, nobody could sell out like Chris Brown. I think maybe Drake and Kendrick right now. But up to this day, Chris Brown is still active, man. He's still selling fucking arenas. He's still fucking flying across fucking concerts and shit. You know, I mean, that's a Michael Jackson shit right there, man. Like, if y'all remember Michael Jackson, he used to fucking fly out and do all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah. Yeah, man. If you say so, man. Like I said, we ain't got no snow down here, but if you think he could write his name in cursive, yeah, I think so too. Appreciate your comment, appreciate your time. But yeah, man, like I said, this is just an opinion that I have, and if y'all have an opinion, go ahead and write it down, comment. If you don't have a good opinion, you can still fucking put it on there. No love lost for you. It's all good as long as you give me your time and your view. I'm good. But if you're here to give a good opinion, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear your opinion. Who you think will win in the verses? You know, I gave y'all my prediction. Why do you think Chris Brown will win? Why do you think fucking R. Kelly will win? Leave it in the comments. I'm gonna get out this motherfucker because I gotta drive. But I appreciate everybody that showed up. Leave it in your comments, man.